Last summer, two clueless townies, one English, one Welsh, made a calamitous attempt to get from Prague to Hamburg without any motorised transport. That's around 500 kilometres in a straight line, but we were going to follow the much longer route of the river. First the Vltava, then the Elbe. If you're a seasoned outdoorsman or outdoorswoman, then this probably isn't the series for you.
Oh wow! Oh, I'm gonna hit it!
But if you want to see beautiful landscapes, towns and villages not often visited, lots of wild and not so wild life.
Hello?
An ill-advised amount of drinking,
To no lemons.
and just generally not knowing what's around every bend, then this is the video series for you.
This is my life now. I just walk.
You couldn't predict any of this, really.
You just don't know what's going to happen next on this trip. Nice place.
First thing was to get Jadams a proper shiny new rucksack, because the tatty old thing he was going to use luckily broke on the flight over.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to say some last words for the old rucksack?
I scrubbed you clean for nothing.
How about the rucksack? So the plan. What is the plan? So the plan is along the river without any mechanical transport, motorised transport.
Right, just bicycle.
Walking mainly, biking, maybe
Horseback.
canoe, horseback if we can find some horses.
Learn how to ride a horse.
Emotional moment? Thought you had a sentimental attachment to that bag.
Not anymore.
We had a few beers, packed our bags, and the next morning headed over to Old Town to pick up our rental bikes. Start as you mean to go on. We got about this far before we ran into our first problem when the chain came off my bike. And I know nothing about bikes, so the rental shop guy came to the rescue and we were back on our way again to the starting point, the chateau at Troya, which I picked as a starting point because it's a beautiful spot and it's right on the cycle route out of Prague. So this is the ceremonial starting spot, Chateau Troya, really nice area of Prague, vineyards, this castle. 500 kilometers in a straight line that way is Hamburg, but we're not going in a straight line, so it's going to be a lot longer than that. This place has never felt further from the sea. Over there is the Vltava river, and by the end of today we want to get to where that joins with the Elbe in Mělník. We need to get there by sort of 7, 8 because we've got a room booked.
So Dav, what gave you the urge to cycle from Prague to Hamburg? What do you think about the fact that we're cycling the first little bit?
What, because you chickened out?
At least the bikes have chains on them now.
Ready to go? And off we go, later than planned, for now on a lovely smooth paved cycle route. European cycle route number 7, the Sun route. The plan for day 1 being cycle to Nella Hoseves, and then continue on foot to Mělník, where, as you can see here, the Vltava flows into the Elbe. I wanted to walk the whole way to Mělník. Jadams didn't think that was doable. He ended up being right, but in my defense, I planned on leaving at like 6 or 7 a.m. to walk it, not 11 like we ended up doing. But anyway, it was good to get some quick distance in to start the trip. And spirits were very high at this point. The excitement of the trip ahead and views like this. Oh yeah, that's beautiful, beautiful. Somewhere along here, Jadams got a bollocking off a Czech worker for riding over freshly laid wet tarmac or something. Lovely day for getting shouted at by a Czech workman.
Indeed.
Had my sights set on Kletsani for the first beer stop of the trip. It's a place I've been a few times. Lovely little spot next to the river. This is what it looks like usually. This is what it looked like on this occasion. That's the bar and chilling area, I think. Oh, no. So the pit stop where we were supposed to have the first beer is now some kind of building site. Technically the bike path carries on up that road there. What? But since the whole point of this is to follow the river, I reckon we just follow. I've done it once before. It gets a bit bumpy and not exactly bike friendly roads.
Or we face some pretty unpleasant gradients going that way.
But nicer roads and proper bike paths. But we go away from the river a bit, which I think we should stick as close as possible.
Sounds like you've already made up your mind.
If you had any say in it, what would you say?
I would say the flatter the gradient, the better.
That's flatter but bumpier.
Bumpy's okay.
Snakes.
Get close to that.
It gets bumpier than this. Oh, nice aftershave. Done.
A fly went in my mouth.
That old guy went past. Had really nice aftershave on.
I was thinking that as well. It kind of lingered for a while after he...
Yeah, he put the whole f***ing bottle on.
Fresh out of the shower.
Yeah, that's not as bad so far as I remember it, but I was on a city bike last time, so...
I'm actually quite disappointed that it wasn't bumpier.
Looking back at the footage, I think we might have actually accidentally passed the drink place, but anyway, on we went, approaching a village called Reeves to look for somewhere there instead. You can see already how much distance these river bends are going to add to the trip. The proper cycle route past here is way more direct, but it goes quite far inland, and it's less fun, less random. We had 2 weeks total for this trip. So, how far will we get? Place your bets. Apologies for the constant rattling and bell rigging, by the way. There's not much I could do about that.
Back on the road.
You made it.
Really pretty.
Yeah, I love like those houses.
Yeah.
Lakeside house, riverside houses. Back on it then. There is a bit. Yes. You said, why didn't you ring your bell? No, but I don't know how to, that's the thing. What was the name of that bistro on the sign?
Let's look on the maps.
We went past it.
We could have gone back that way or go up here and turn right.
How far is it?
2 minutes.
Check it out then.
It's like going back on ourselves. I didn't see anything.
No, me neither.
I don't really want to go back past that guy.
So in we headed to Reeves in search of a pit stop. This here is the most notoriously difficult to pronounce Czech letter. Apparently even quite a lot of Czech kids struggle with it when they're young. That's my best attempt. Sorry to any Czech viewers. It's sort of halfway between a rolled r and a j. It's closed anyway.
Oh.
Opens at 3.
What about the restaurant here? They've got great reviews, to be honest.
Reviews? We're just having a beer and using the toilet, aren't we? That's such a nice place for a garden centre, like right next to the lake. Are we old?
Oh, I love garden centres.
Yeah, I always loved garden centres, even when I was a kid.
I like the little cafe in there. I like the silly little things they sell.
I think it just reminds me of wandering about with my grandparents as a kid in a nice place.
Yeah, me too.
Dobrý den. Jste otevřeno? Zavřeno? 3, okay. Díky. They open at 3.
Okay. Finally stopped for a coffee. Found somewhere that was open.
Never heard of this brewery either.
Oh. I'll shut up while they're doing that. We could do a really forced, conversation where we asked the lady beforehand, can I film him speaking to you in Czech, please?
What's your favourite part of the journey so far?
Here. So, first coffee of the day. That smells really nice.
Want a taste?
Let's have a little taste, a little taster. It's quite lemony.
Yeah, well.
Makes sense.
Okay, Jadams, it's time to play. How many miles have we done so far?
Yeah. How do I play?
Well, you guess how many miles.
I'm going to say 15.
No. Lower.
14.
Lower.
12.
This could take a while. 7.85.
You serious?
Yeah.
Out of 30? No, wait. Miles or kilometres?
Miles.
Ah, okay. You ready to stop horsing around and get back on the bike?
Right, let's get the counter up on the screen for the first time with those numbers. These are all going to be based on the footpath app, which we use to record all the segments. This is tight. It's tight. And we only ever stopped recording whenever we got to the end of the walk or cycle, so these numbers include any pottering around towns and villages and stuff. We had an hour to make it the rest of the way to Mělník to drop off the rental bikes, which we probably weren't going to make because this was the dodgiest part of the route, so it was pretty slow going. It's close to the edge, isn't it?
Yeah.
We were committed now to this rough track on this side of the river, just heading for a ferry crossing which would take us over to the same side as Mělník. I reckon just plough through. We know we've got a way to go. We haven't really got any options right now. Ferry crossings don't count as a rule break because they're sometimes unavoidable and they go across, not forwards.
Oh,
the ferry. That was perfect.
What? Arriving
just in time for the ferry.
Yeah.
He looked like Hank Schrader from Breaking Bad.
Did he? Haven't seen it.
You what?
No, I haven't seen Breaking Bad, haven't watched Game of Thrones, haven't watched, what's that gangster thing set in Birmingham?
Oh, Peaky Blinders.
That's the one. Haven't seen it.
Well, let's hope we do go quicker on the proper road. The proper road didn't last long though, and you'll find on this whole trip that we had a knack for being on the wrong side of the river. Oh, I think this is a dead end. Even here we probably would have been better off on the other side, but who can resist a ferry crossing? Not more of this again. Energy gel.
Yeah. Do you like orange?
Yeah, anything's good.
I hate orange.
My seat is like well warm after being in the sun. The sun is hotter than my ass.
The sun is hotter than your ass.
It appears so.
The sun is hotter than your ass.
Who would have thought that the actual sun was that hot?
That's the annoying thing about rivers, is that you really have to pick a side, and there's kind of no going back.
I guess that's the only reason we should really like plan each day in advance. You just need to plan which side of the river to be on, really.
Or at least know where it's possible to cross.
Bit of accidental foreshadowing there. Keep that little chat in mind for later. Oh.
That's quite a threatening car.
Yeah, that was deep. Oh, that's a bike sign on there, so let's go there.
Bikey bike bike, bicycle bikey bike, cycly bike, and a bikey bicycle. Riding my bike, ooh, a bikey bike cycle bike. Biking along on a bikey cycle bike, cycle bike. Bike, bike, bicycle bike.
So we cycled on through Klalupi,
Bicycle, cycle along.
through another little wooded section, and then finally got to the restaurant where the bike rental place was sending a van to pick up the bikes. This is the place. How good do you feel to be where the beer is?
Oh, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I've become quite attached to this guy.
Yeah, cool, great.
Why?
I've seen that bothered that we're late. I think we're quite laid back guys. Yeah, we got about 5 hours to get to Mělník. Dobrý den. Dvě piva, prosím? Donátku. Do you want food?
We've just done what I would consider a whole day's travelling.
Well, lucky you, because we actually got same again to go
So
on foot.
We have got 20-something kilometres to walk now, and it's suggesting it might take about 6 hours.
That goes with like the average. I reckon we're faster than that.
Well, we better be.
Cheers.
Cheers. Na zdrowie.
James, can you tell me why it's okay to order a plate of chips, but it's not okay to order a side of mash?
I mean, that's a very valid question.
Society and their rules.
I'll just get chips, I think.
Got some proper pickled cheese.
This is goulash and potato pancakes. That looks absolutely fit as. These things are amazing.
If you're ever in Prague, you can fancy a little day trip and you're into your beers, check out Mělník. It's a little village just outside Prague, and it's one of the best beers, I would say.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? Well, Mělník. I've called the hotel we can check in basically as late as we want. So
Just as well, because we've got about 6 hours of walking to go.
walking, stopping, drinking beers. Basically a 7 or 8 hour pub crawl through the wilderness. I know it's a lot slower, but it feels quite nice to be like rid of those bikes.
Speak for yourself, Dad. Now the thing is that if we hadn't abandoned our bikes, we would be so much further along now. We had a little bit of a debate, I suppose, about our choice of footwear. And at this point, I would say you've made the better choice.
So basically I'm wearing running shoes.
Yes.
And you're
I'm wearing hiking boots, which are really hot,
Sturdy.
hot and sweaty.
They'd have been good for where we were cycling earlier.
Yeah.
This would be a lovely road to bike down, wouldn't it? It'd be lovely.
It would, yeah. Just got the impulse to pedal. Actually, to be fair, my groin has turned to mush. Yeah, I wish I had nice, bouncy, breathable shoes like you've got. Do you want to swap? We're similar size, aren't we?
I'll think about it.
You've got 6 hours to think about it. Have I mentioned my fear of ticks? Yeah.
You said ticks, right?
Ticks, yeah.
Just making sure. It's a bit close. Are you glad we're not cycling down here?
No, I mean this would have been not impossible, but a bit daunting.
I'm a bit daunted walking it.
This doesn't look real.
I think that bridge over there is the one we're crossing.
There is a gate.
No, not this one. The one in the background.
Yeah, good luck, Dad.
Creepy old bridge. It's closed over there.
There is a...
We can just go up the verge.
Yeah. So we had 12 miles to go. We've done just over 1 mile. And we've been walking for half an hour.
It's going great. I love this bridge.
I know what you mean, I can see the appeal. Well, actually, it depends what you mean by worse. Getting your face knocked by a rock line.
Is it too early? 1/12 of the way there.
I think we better carry on. I really love little villages like this. I really feel like I've entered someone else's territory. A place where people's daily lives just kind of... Oh, what's the f***ing word?
Unfold.
Yeah.
I've been laden with all these f***ing bags, bud. Cool, go.
Is it alive?
He's very still. Yeah, he's alive. I just saw him move. Like an abandoned camp.
I was just going to say that. It looks abandoned, but is it actually abandoned or just a bit worse for wear? Oh, these are cute. It looks like there are no bars or coffee shops for the rest of the way.
And we're, what, 1/5 of the way, basically?
That's right, yeah. We've done 2.5 miles.
Well, I guess we plough on then. This could be an issue. Do we just go through it? I think it only lasts a few meters. This bit is starting to feel a bit like it goes on forever.
Definitely not intended as a park, is it?
I think it used to be. There's still like stones under the grass. Right, I guess this is where we turn inland a bit. We haven't seen another human for how long now?
Okay, we're now on we're coming up to 3.5 miles.
That feels like that mile took a lot more effort than the 2.5 before. Off camera, just before this, we had a pretty tense standoff with some fishermen's dogs. Should be nice now. me.
I mean, I like dogs, but
We just.
oh my
Oh,
god,
he's coming back. We just basically got almost attacked by 3 dogs. I was genuinely thinking my leg was going to get mauled
Same.
for a bit there. Trying to act calm to not like wind the dog up. So the guy with the dog said to me, well, the only thing I understood was he doesn't know if there's a way this way. We were hoping the road would lead to civilization, but we can't really get to that road.
This app is actually really good for showing like tracks that aren't even officially
Tracks.
tracked. Yeah, like that's not an official track. It's just somewhere people have walked or driven through the woods. But it's on this map.
Where does the map say next?
Yeah, we have to go down there and right. This does join the main road at some point.
Is there a pub on the main road?
There's nothing. There's a f***ing snake.
Where?
It was down there. Yeah, it just kind of went into the grass then.
I said this was Snake Central, surely, down here.
Yeah, well, you're f***ing right about that.
Look at that tree there. Do you trust this?
Yeah.
I'm like 10 kilos heavier than you. Oh, it bends.
I'm pretty glad someone put that there, otherwise.
We would have to go back about an hour, past the dogs, under the tree.
So this is it for now, like.
Oh, good.
So we have run out of water, and the maps tell us that there's nowhere for quite a while.
Our hands are swollen, our mouths are dry.
So we're resorting to energy gels.
On this lovely beach.
Ooh, apple. What flavour do you want, Dad? I'm close to knocking on that house's door and asking if they have any water and a beer.
It's also a bit like something out of a horror story.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, that's making me want a beer even more now.
Yeah, I'd much rather be drinking them than looking at them.
So, in desperate need of hydration, we decided to head a little bit inland to search these villages for any signs of life.
As long as they do water and beer.
Yeah, just fluids.
Or the shoulder.
Just approaching the tiny village of Diedibabi and praying to God there's a little village pub or something. Doesn't seem like anything's going on here, does it really?
If not, I'm literally just...
Gonna cry? Gonna cry?
No, collapse. We're going to have to just knock on someone's door and ask for a glass of water. Like,
That's really weird though.
I mean, we're clearly not from around here. If someone doesn't take pity on 2 straight white men who are thirsty, haven't had a sip of water in 45 minutes.
That is just a tease. Why are they closed? Be nice. A cat, a cow, and an angry dog. Seems like that's about it. Yeah, this next half of the town's got to be crazy.
Someone's walking around with a tray of beers.
Crazy, debauched downtown. But there was no debauchery, no tray of beers, just more beautiful country scenes. We were pretty desperate at this point, but in this bucolic setting, the aptly named village of Bukol was about to answer our prayers with the village pub we'd been dreaming about, where we'd guzzle as much beer, water and raspberry aid as our cash would buy us, and have a look at the questionable decor.
Sparta.
Proč Sparta?
Sparta. To je tradice.
Vy jste z Prahy?
No, já jsem z Prahy, no.
We're in a proper locals bar.
Yeah, everyone's staring at us. We're the only people who nobody knows.
What's it called again?
Malinovka. It's like raspberry fizzy drink on tap. Probably get another round of everything after this. The friendly Sparta mad barman kindly filled all our water bottles and we hit the final stretch. Bloody beautiful. Then, shortly before passing the bridge at Lužec, we had what turned out to be a very consequential conversation.
On this side of the river, we've got a path, right?
Right.
On the other side of the river, it's a track, which will be...
Okay, let's stay this side till that bridge there.
So there's a bridge that will take us...
This is a really nice light now.
We are going to have to cross at
Maybe it's
some
the
point.
2 beers.
This
Look
is
at
the
that
golden
sunset.
Beautiful.
Bukol, you saved our asses.
It really, really did. It's actually getting quite dark.
Shadows are getting long. The lengthening shadows and this dead snake heralded a vibe shift. Somewhere along here I got mobbed by more mosquitoes than I've ever seen before in my life. As I squashed one on my leg, there'd be 3 or 4 more on my arms, neck and head, just chowing down on my delicious blood, while for some reason totally ignoring Jadams, even managing to bite me through my t-shirt, which was a first for me. Anyway, the plan was to cross this weird looking pipeline bridge up ahead from where it would be a straight shot to Mělník. Every navigation app told us this was going to be fine, and it needed to be because it was getting dark fast. I'm not convinced we can cross this bridge.
We fucking better be able to.
We're fucked if we can't. Yeah, it's about to get dark. Well, that is beautiful. But I am getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. You've got one on your forehead.
So if you hadn't batted him off, he wouldn't come after me.
No, it looks like the stairs are in a cage. I don't think we can cross. I'm devastated. I'm devastated. Ah, we're fucked.
There is no other crossing.
Should we just check just in case?
Well, we're definitely checking the stairs.
Yeah, it's like overgrown at the bottom of the stairs. Fuck off.
What did he say?
That it's closed for something. I don't know what Versheinost means.
The bridge is closed, the bridge is closed, and back we go. We're bad at this, you know, and the bridge is closed.
So with the crickets now in full voice, we had to redo the last 2 miles all the way back to the bridge in Lužec. So all in all, a 4-mile, 90-minute dead end that got us so close to Mělník.
Goddamn bridge is closed.
Only for us to have to turn around and head back through the mosquitoes. Demoralised.
The bridge, our only hope, is shut. Even though sort of Google Maps and other things suggest that it's not. So we're turning back on ourselves, crossing a different bridge that we passed about 45 minutes ago. So in an hour and a half from now, we will be over there, on that side of the river.
Almost back at that bridge to Lužec. We sort of were discussing maybe stopping there because it's about to be pitch black by the time we cross the river.
Yeah,
And-
it is getting dark now.
It's going to be like actually pitch black. There's no lights or anything on the other side.
You wanted an adventure, didn't you, Dad? Oh, look at the bridge.
Yeah, it's a town with no hotels, but they have got this fancy new bridge. I'm bitten to shit. I'm itching all over.
What's bitten to shit and itching all over? A newspaper.
I get it. 2 more hours from now.
Yeah.
There are no hotels in this town, so there goes that idea.
Are we being followed, did you say?
What?
Did you say we're being followed?
No, hope not. But covered in bites, exhausted and defeated, we did something shameful. Spoiler alert, I promise this was the only time this happened on the trip, but sitting on a street corner on the edge of Lugets, we took a big fat L on day 1. Please send us an Uber. Please. So yeah, we decided on Uber because we were basically f***ed. And there's still apparently 2 hours and 20 minutes to go. And we basically got to Mělník anyway, just on the wrong side of the water, so... Excuses. I told you this wasn't a series for pros. So, yeah, we're trying to get an Uber, but this is a very remote location. It was ordered more in hope than expectation, really, but amazingly, one actually showed up who was as surprised to get an order as we were to have it accepted. We got one. Driver confirmed.
You're joking.
So yeah, this was a low point for me. Look at that for a mozzie bite. Inspecting the damage that night, I was thinking, what do we do now? Just give up on the whole thing? But a new day brought a new river and fresh motivation. From here on out, it was the Elbe, and maybe less of a shambles? Tune in next time to find out. And just before I go, here are the routes we did for the day as recorded by the Footpath app, which I'll add at the end of each video. Cheers. And it's that guy there who'll take this.
That really is cool. It would take an idiot to mess it up.
Let's give it a try. Everything was going so well.
Might
It's a
be.
plague of spiders.
Things are about to get a bit off-road by the looks of it.
Onwards to Road,